In the final chapter of Aaron's story, he returns to the apartment building that has haunted him for months. The place where he felt watched, followed, and studied by someone he can never fully identify. After uncovering hidden notebooks, strange maintenance tunnels, and signs that someone has been observing him, Aaron finally confronts the truth behind the watchers and the unsettling patterns inside the building. This episode brings closure to the psychological mystery, revealing what was real, what was misunderstood, and what Aaron had been avoiding all along. A slow burn atmosphere exploration of paranoia, perception, and the human mind under pressure. This finale ties together every unanswered question from episodes 1 and 2. I didn't want to go back to that building. Not after everything that happened. Not after the notebooks. Not after the nights I felt someone standing just outside my door listening. Not after the second watcher revealed himself in the ways I still can't fully explain. But the truth is, I couldn't move on until I understood what really happened there. So this is the story of the day I finally went back. The day I stopped running from the questions that had been eating at me. The day I learned the truth, not just about the watcher, but about myself. You see, when I pulled into the parking lot, the building looked exactly the same. Same faded paint, same flickering hallway lights, same quiet, heavy atmosphere that's always made me feel like the walls were listening. But something felt different this time. Maybe it was me. Maybe it was the fact that I wasn't living there anymore. Maybe it was the distance, emotional and physical, that gave me a clearer view of what I've been experiencing. I walked inside and the air felt colder than I remember. Not physically, just emotionally, like the building itself remembered me. I wasn't there to confront anyone, to accuse anyone, or to reclaim anything. I just want to understand. The first person I saw was the maintenance man, the same one who always seemed to appear at the wrong time, in the wrong place, with the wrong expression. He looked surprised to see me. "Aaron," he said, "and to think you'd come back." I didn't know how to respond. Part of me wanted to ask him everything. Part of me wanted to walk past him and pretend nothing ever even happened or mattered. But I forced myself to speak. "I need to see the tunnels again." His expression changed. Not fear and not guilt, but something closer to concern. "You sure about that?" I nodded, "Yeah." He sighed, grabbed a ring of keys, and motioned for me to follow. Walking back into those tunnels felt like stepping into a memory I wasn't ready to relive. The narrow walls, the low ceilings, and the old pipes, and that faint smell of dust and metal. This was where I first realized I wasn't alone. Where I heard footsteps that didn't belong to me. Where I found the notebooks. The ones filled with observations about my life, my routines, and my habits. But this time the tunnels felt smaller, less threatening. More like a place that had been misunderstood. The maintenance man stopped at a junction and turned to me. "You want the truth?" I nodded again, "Yes." "And you need to see something." He unlocked the door I'd never noticed before. A smell and a small metal area tucked behind a stack of old paint. Inside was a room no bigger than a wall closet. There was a desk, a chair, a stack of notebooks. A small monitor connected to old security cameras, a wall covered in printed schedules, tenants' notes, and maintenance logs. "This," he said, "is where the previous manager worked." I stared at the notebooks. They looked exactly like the ones I found. "Why were there notes about me?" I asked. He shrugged. "Notes there are about everyone. Keeping track of tenants is what we do. Who worked nights, who had pets, who needed repairs, who complained. This is the area of how we got things done." I felt my stomach twist. So I wasn't being watched? He hesitated. "Not the way you think." I asked him about the second watcher, the figure I saw in the hallway, the person who left signs that someone else was involved. He took a breath. That wasn't a watcher, he said. That was another tenant, a guy on the third floor. He had issues. He wandered at night. Sometimes he'd stand outside doors because he forgot which one was his. I felt the wave of confusion wash over me. So, he wasn't following me? No. He was just lost. I didn't know whether to feel relieved or embarrassed. But the truth was starting to form. The truth I hadn't been ready to face. I picked up one of the notebooks. Inside were pages of notes, not just about me, but about everyone. Apartment 2B, this person works nights, leaves early. Apartment 3C, dog barks, went alone. Apartment 1A, complained about a water pressure problem. Apartment 4D, smokes on the balcony. Wasn't surveillance. It wasn't obsession, it wasn't personal, it was property management. But then I found something else. A page with my name on it. Aaron. Seemed stressed. Asked about noises. Might need reassurance about building safety. I froze. The maintenance man looked over my shoulder. Tried to help. Tried to be there. Tried to tell me not to worry. I sat down in the small room. I felt overwhelmed. For months I believed I was being watched, followed, and studied. And even targeted. But the truth was simpler, less dramatic, more human. I was going through a difficult time in my life. I was isolated, stressed, and dealing with personal issues I hadn't acknowledged. And the building, with all its noises, strange layout, and its odd tenants, became the canvas for my fears. I wasn't being hunted. I wasn't projecting. But before I left, the maintenance man said something I'll never forget. You weren't wrong to feel scared, he said. But not everything that feels threatening is dangerous. Sometimes our minds fill in the blanks with the worst case scenarios. We're all afraid of the dark deep down. I nodded, yeah. Because he was right. And for the first time, I felt a sense of closure. As if I solved a mystery, or maybe not. Or maybe I didn't even expose a conspiracy, but because I finally understood myself through all this. I was the fear. I was the problem. I was the creator of this world. And when I walked out of the building for the last time, I felt lighter now knowing this. Not because the building had changed, but because I had. This story isn't about watchers, it's about perception. It's about fear. It's about the human mind under pressure. It's about how easily we can misinterpret the world when we're hurting. And sometimes the scariest stories are the ones we tell ourselves. This was mine, and now it's finally over. And as he drove off, the one person who he thought was the watcher noticed a vehicle slowly driving behind him. Was it over? Or was it just the beginning?